Endless Vigil is a sourcebook for the Force and Destiny Star Wars role-playing game. It is aimed at giving the Sentinel class some more options. Sentinels are the righters of wrongs, investigators, and avengers. They can be very combat-orientated, but I think that they are best when they are more like the Jedi detective. One thing that made the Sentinel interesting was that they were one of the most visible Jedi. They tended to not like to be locked up in the temple, but to go out into the galaxy and work. Because of this, they became known. The galaxy knew of Jedi, but Sentinels could be known individually. This could make them unpopular with some of the Order who didn't think that Jedi should be known, as ego can be a bad thing. The book covers Sentinels in Star Wars, both in the core and the Outer Rim. It gives information on how they have in some ways fallen from the path. They have become the Batman of the Star Wars universe, righting wrongs, investigating crimes, but they are often judge, jury, and carrying out justice. This is a path that is somewhat darker than other Jedi classes, though it does depend on the era. If you set it in the Empire era, there is no balancing for them. In the Old Republic, they were still part of the Order, and dealing with them semi-regular. There was ways to help a beginning Jedi going wayward that isn't available in the Empire era. Now this doesn't mean all Sentinels are going to be bad. The core of their belief is to help people, so to some Jedi that is enough of a balancing force. We get new backgrounds, and there are a nice mix there with some good ideas. A new page of moralities aimed at Sentinels. The usual three species, the popular Gand, make their appearance finally in the game, the Mun, and Patoran. The new specializations are the Investigator, Racer, and Sentry. I find the Investigator the most fun, but it's totally player preference. There are a bunch of new talents, motivations, and 2 signature abilities. Equipment has new blasters, armor and clothing. The popular pit droids now get stats, as well as guardian and police droids. Poisons, security and scanning gear get some love too. There's tools, lightsaber attachments, and one thing that this book has for fans of the Phantom Menace is apart from the pit droids, there are some of the actual pod races. Several from the movie are included. Only a couple of new starships this time though. Sentinels dig urban environments. There is a section on bringing urban environments to life, things that make up a town, living in towns, law enforcement, the Force in cities, contacts and networks, traffic. Overall, this was actually a pretty good read. The section on investigations was a fun read as well. How to gather information, running an investigation, when to roll, how to encourage player involvement, encounters and adventures, and incorporating the Sentinel into the game was all useful. The art, as always, was awesome, and while some of this book wasn't really of use to me, there was more than enough in other areas to make it worth picking up. The pod races are especially fun.